Pops would say stuff like, "Hell, if you can't afford this, you shouldn't get accustomed to liking it if you can't afford it." You feel me? And I'd be like, "Yeah, see, that's how I felt, you know." But she'd be like, "Nah, fuck that. Like, we gonna be married, we gonna be rich. You ain't gotta worry about that." You know what I'm saying? Like, she was like, I got us. Don't worry. And I ain't never been that type of person. You feel me? Like, I don't like I appreciated that, but I ain't in the business of trying to find a woman to take care of me. I be tapped in with females, man, because it's like, they so real, bro. Women are thorough. They gonna tell you how it is. They not gonna play with you.
You said in the very beginning, you said, I said, who supported you? You said, not really anyone.
Yeah.
I said, but IE taught me something about who I am as an individual, but specifically that thing about love.
Yeah.
And becoming more about understanding yourself.
Yeah.
This is a very big journey of understanding who you are.
Oh yeah, facts.
What do you stand for? You mentioned that kind of purpose side of things. What is it about kind of
that relationship?
Yeah, and your. I want to ask a little bit more about your daughter as well. What about that kind of that situation that kind of really helped form like the type of person you want to become now?
Should I go in order? Like the relationship first? Or?
The goal is to try to be as chronological as possible.
Yeah. So with the relationship part, that taught me that so I used to be like I would go to like, she had banquets. She was very smart, and she was very like, like a person that like their life is just like set for victory, right? So they go to school, they got their extracurriculars, and then they got, they go to the little banquets for like college and all,
Do you mind if I ask you what the age difference is here?
With me and her?
Yeah. At this time.
Well, how old I was?
At that time.
When we met, right? When we met, I was 19 and she was 17.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Run it.
Yeah, it actually sounds bad, huh? Like on smart. But like we went to school together, so I knew her prior to.
I understand.
You feel me? So, long story short, like she just had her whole life, like, you know what I'm saying, mapped out in a sense. So it's like I was going to like her games, things like banquets and different stuff, and it's like I would be like, they would, steak, right? I remember the first time we would be like at a steak thing or like lobster or sushi. It would be all these like good things, right? And I would never I'll be like, oh, I don't like that. I don't eat that. And it wasn't that I didn't like it. I never had it, so I'll be like, nah, I don't eat that. So, but then she'll be like, but have you had it? I'm like, no. Like, maybe you should try it before you say you don't like it. And I'm like, all right. And I'll be like, nigga, now I love steak, lobster, and sushi. You feel me? But I remember her pops would say stuff like, hell, if you can't afford this, you shouldn't get accustomed to liking it if you can't afford it. You feel me? And I'd be like, yeah, see, that's how I felt, But she'd be like, nah, fuck that. Like, we gonna be married, we gonna be rich. You ain't gotta worry about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was like, I got us. Don't worry. And I ain't never been that type of person. You feel me? Like, I don't like I appreciated that, but I ain't in the business of trying to find a woman to take care of me. But she wanted to take care of me. You know what I'm saying? So that's always been the dynamic. It's like, she loved me. I loved her for sure. But it was like, being with her, it's like, nah, I wouldn't have been a man. You know what I'm saying? I would have been like, you know what I'm saying? It just wouldn't have worked.
Yo, you're talking about one of the things I found is so crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I'm about to drop something on you. So I'll just hopefully you're good.
Yeah.
You had a woman your entire life almost damn near take care of you. Your mom, your entire life. You had someone who literally grinding, struggling to try and take care of you, right? Even your grandmother essentially does the same thing.
Yeah.
But I can see this sense of just kind of feeling like you wanted to have control of your life. You wanted to feel like that you earned it. This fight for trying to do. That's so cool. Your story is so cool, man.
Is it?
I think something about you is it's a really good lesson, and it's a really good. I think your journey is going to be really interesting. But I completely can see coming from the child in the past that you have, the fight that you had. There's always something. There's always something. When things are just about to get really good, you just feel in the back of your mind, something's gonna something's gonna come. I'm about to graduate high school. Something comes. I'm about to go and do something. Something comes.
It's always.
And so I can see how you have this in your mind. Like, I can't get used to this food because something's gonna come.
Something's gonna fuck it up, and it ended up being me.
Yeah, man. That's so.
Because I was thinking something's gonna come, and I end up being the something. That's the deep. That's what makes it wild. Because I end up being self-sabotaging my own self because it's too good to be true. Because I've never had it that good. I've never had nobody like she loved me differently than my mom loved me. You know what I'm saying? You know when you have a person that just lays on your chest just to hear you breathe type of thing. You feel me? A person that like stays on the phone just to hear you. You know what I'm saying? Like she'll stay on the phone all night for that. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of love. It's like, that shit weird. You know what I'm saying? But it's not. That's love. That's the way you should be loved.
You've never had it.
Exactly. So to me, I'm like, you
don't know what
doing too much.
You don't know.
Yeah.
Damn.
You can't even receive what you're supposed to be receiving.
It feels so foreign. It feels very like you're just so. I can kind of see, trying to peer in this moment, but I think I can feel it. Mm-hmm. Why then, when your daughter comes, everything changes?
Man, because I felt like, because she's just perfect, bro. Like, she just came out, man, like, and just be like, like, you finally did something. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You finally did something that's, like, perfect. You know? It's crazy, man, because it's like, damn. It's like no matter what I did prior to that shit, none of that like I almost forget everything prior to that because none of that matters because she's everything. She taught me. She gave me hustle. She gave me purpose. She gave me inspiration. She gave me she just loves me. It don't matter what. I could do anything. Just how I love my dad. Just like I love my mom. They could do anything. I might not fuck with them for a month, a week, a day, but I love them. There's nothing they can do to make me not love them. And to know I finally had that. I finally had that person that's going to do the same for me. And it also was like a fear because it's like, this happened right after I fucked that relationship up. Really, I don't think I fucked anything up, but it just ran its course, right? It ran its course. But, so it's like, I remember her pops calling me saying, one day, you gonna feel this same pain that I feel knowing my daughter, I forgot what it was, but he basically, like, said that. And my first child was a girl. And I just kept hearing this nigga in my head talking that shit. So it's like it was a fear too. Like, man, I gotta lace her. You know what I'm saying? Because I want her to be like my mom, but I also want her to be able to be loved the right way. I don't want her to be so hard that she can't even allow love. You know. And I want her to take love serious because I'm a person. I think what my problem is with relationships and even friendships. I don't take love serious. I don't take people's emotions serious.
I don't know. You serious? Is that the word you would use?
Yeah, I don't take emotions seriously.
Seriously?
Like, it's like I don't take them. Like, you could tell me you feel a way about me. I don't take you serious. You got to show me.
I see now.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, even if you show me, soon as you show me something else, it's almost like you never showed me love. You know what I'm saying? And I get mad at people for doing the same thing to me, which is crazy, bro. My mind is so fucked up sometimes. I be thinking, like, how do I get mad at people doing what I do to people? You know what I'm saying? But that's just life, I guess.
Damn, dude. Okay, so we're now in the art world.
The music.
You have your daughter. And you have this kind of new wind, but you also realize, like, oh, shit. Like, it's time.
Oh, yeah, it's real. I never took, at that point, prior to that, like, I used to go to shows. I used to freestyle. I did all that. Well, I never took music serious.
Sure.
I never thought that shit was possible.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man. I never thought it's like, you know what I'm saying? Now I know it's possible, but I never believed it. You know, I never like.
Was it in you or believed that in the industry? Or
I never thought regular people make it. I felt like everybody knew somebody. Everybody had some type of connection. I never looked at it like, yo, we could really do this if we keep doing it. Yeah, that shit wasn't a reality to me. I was just like, man, you know, it sounded good, but at that time you had to be on the radio. How the fuck I'm gonna get on the radio? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, now we live in an era where, hell yeah. Like, I honestly, like, lucked up that I didn't make it. Because if I would have made it in that era, I would have been like, I probably would have fucked up and not made a radio hit.
Contract.
Yeah.
All your
exactly.
masters were taken.
And then when I got into this situation where I'm like, yo, I'm doing different things. I'm getting my own money. I'm seeing different people with money. And it's like, man, I don't care about no rap. I live like a rapper. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you doing rap stuff, but I could rap. I could rap good. I love doing shows here and there. I love dropping little songs and albums and stuff, but I ain't never really take it seriously until she came. When my daughter came, then I was like, oh, snaps. Like,
you had something to talk about.
Nah, not yet. Well, I already had stuff to talk about,
sure.
But yeah, more. You know what I'm saying?
It was coming
but I had more life to live too.
Okay. You're more excited about the future. Is that a good term or no?
Yeah. I guess. I don't know if I was excited. I was scared. It was more fear.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? I was afraid of failing, and I was afraid of. I remember my mom telling me when I was young, you could be anything you want to be. And I remember asking my mom, did you do what you wanted to do? And she said, well, life comes at you, and, you know, I had you, and you have to, you know, adjust. And I always thought in my mind when she said that, like, oh, so she fucking lying. Like, you can't be anything you want to be. Because life. I'm living life. We all got life. You know what I'm saying? Like, we in the same boat. I'm living this same life you live in. You feel me? So, obviously, I can't be whatever I want to be. You know what I'm saying? So, but when I had her, I was like, yo, bro, I can't lie to her.
You can't show her that, yeah.
If I'm gonna tell her she could be anything she want to be, I gotta fight for this shit. I gotta make this shit happen.
You have to literally be the example.
I have to. So then I took it seriously. Then I was like, yo, I don't want nothing else. This is all I want. Like, yeah, money cool, that cool, like having a nice house, all that shit cool, but I want to be a rapper. I want to do for a kid that Biggie did for me. That's what I want to do. So it's like, if I want that, I got to do that. I can't just be like, well, you know, you came and I had to pivot. And now, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm a coal miner. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, bruh. Let's go. So now, you know, and ever since then, it's been constant growth. Slow battles, you know, setbacks, all that shit. But it's always been moving forward because that's the purpose.
How does she now?
She 7. Yeah, I got a son too. He 3.
Yo, get excited.
Yeah,
is it different with the boy?
Man, that's my dog. It's almost like I always tell people, I feel like he not my son. Like, I know he my son, but I feel like he, like, in the past life we was best friends, and he came back. We reincarnated, and he's my son now. When we was best friends, I was like his big homie. I was like showing him the ropes. So he was always like my son, but now he's really my son. We just be locked in. We just be chilling.
Sorry, what you mean your best friend? Is that Albert you talking about? I'm sorry. I know you said someone rest in peace, but I'm not sure what you mean by that.
No, I'm saying, like, I feel like in the past life
he would have been
best friend.
Yeah.
Nah. Yeah. Albert was one of my best friends. Okay. I know it's crazy with that, man, because it's like the best friend word is a strong word.
Yeah, it's a strong word.
Some of my best friends is females, though. I be tapped in with females, man, because it's like, they so real, bro. Women are thorough. They gonna tell you how it is. They not gonna play with you. You know what I'm saying? And they feel like you a man, right? So, like, they don't beat around. Like, men, a lot of times, it's either, if we tell you the truth, we trying to hurt you.
Right.
Or are we beating around the bush because we like, I don't know how you gonna take it.
Yo.
A female is like, yo, he's a man. I'm gonna tell him the truth. You know what I'm saying? A woman gonna tell you the truth because she like, oh, he's a man. He better. You're a man, aren't you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Even though that shit, you like, hey, babe, you're walking on thin ice, but it be like, she right though. That's what I needed to hear. You feel me? And that's why I like tap in with women like that. Even in business, it's like I'd rather deal with women because they not gonna yes you to death. You feel me? They gonna be like, hey, look. Boom, this is what you look like a lame. You're doing corny shit. You da-da-da-da. And then you like, hey. Like, hey, you know, get over it. You're a man. Like, you know what I'm saying? They quick. A woman is quick to tell you, like, get your ball, you know, grab your nuts. Do something. Like, they quick to, like, really test your masculinity. You feel me? So it's like, your homeboy's gonna do like, hey, bro, you know, I ain't trying to make it. You know, bro be tripping. I ain't trying to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Females don't give a damn about that. They gonna tell you how it is. Your girl gonna lie to you, just like you gonna lie to your girl. You feel me? Because it's like, yo, I'm not trying to fuck up what I got going. You know what I'm saying? So and she like, I'm not trying to deal with this nigga with it. But your homegirl gonna always keep it funky with you, thorough. She gonna tell you what it is. That's why you gotta keep female homegirls.
What is some of the your favorite tracks that you've had that you've really kind of put your heart and soul into?
Oh, like music? Oh, shoot. Man, my favorite tracks. I wrote a song about my friend Albert, maybe like in 2012. And that was the first time I cried recording something. And I was like, when I did that, I was like, okay, this music thing is therapeutic. That's what, like, I always, like, was just, you know, it was just, let's just talk shit, you know? It never was like, damn, this is therapeutic. Then after that, I wrote a song about my daughter, and it was called Georgia's Laugh, and I put her laugh in the beginning of it. And that was the second time I cried writing the song. And it was like, the other time was a sadness cry. This time was like a happy cry. So it was like, yo, this music shit is really therapeutic. You know what I'm saying? And but the thing, my biggest thing as a creative is that, yo, I know how to make bops, right? I know how to make really like songs that you could just play. And when I be trying to talk about what I'm going through, it gets lost in it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I've realized a lot of times when I'm in my therapy stuff, when I'm doing that type of music, I just keep it to myself.
Whoa.
Yeah. I don't think people, like, it's like, okay, like Jay-Z, right? I love Jay-Z. Jay-Z's dope. But you never really heard Jay-Z really
I see. I know.
Show it all until like 444.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's when you like, oh shit, Jay-Z got a heart. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, every artist is different. You know, it's like he even said, like, you know, lyrically I could be Talib Kweli, you know, but you know, I don't do that, you know, because you know I feel like it's other artists, that's their thing. You know what I'm saying? People love to hear that from them, and I feel like, I don't know, I'm just not one of them type of people that make people be like, yo, poor yo. You know, I'm not, you know, like, we know 50 Cent mother died. We know that had to be traumatic for him. But is you trying to hear that, or are you trying to hear in the club?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just, sometimes that just be the dynamic when you're an artist. And that's just what I be with. So it's like, yeah, a lot of the songs that touch me like that, people ain't even heard, or like they always look over those records. But I have them. I love them. And I just, now studio, just anything I create, like when I get in, like I realize when I'm in, because I get depressed a lot. You know, any creative, they get depressed, you know. So I get my depressed moments. And when I'm depressed, I just go to the studio. I just record, you know, or write. That's why I write so much. Because if I don't,
you became a drawer to a writer.
For sure.
I know you said one of the hardest things for you in school was like that English, trying to pass your, so you just kind of slowly picked it up?
I loved English.
Oh, really?
I just didn't talk it good at the time. You know what I'm saying? Right. I was, you know, remember how you say ain't a word?
Oh, Ebonics. I remember this now. Yeah. Sorry, I forgot to, sorry. Continue.
But now ain't is a word, which is crazy to me because I remember that back in the day, like, isn't. You have to say isn't. But I used to be like, man, that ain't shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah, I had that, and then growing up with my grandma, I think that kind of like her being country as hell. I be talking like her. You know what I'm saying? Like whole thing about it is like what I'm saying, talking. And that's pretty much spilled over into school and stuff. But I always loved English and history. History, my shit. I love history. That's why I like this Western. So I'm watching these Westerns right
now. And one of the final things I want to get into is just you saw what a father figure was to you.
Mm-hmm.
And you're on the journey of obviously the goal of success and showing your children like, hey, look, this is what it is to chase a dream and to achieve it.
Mm-hmm.
What do you kind of want to do? I hate to say this word differently, but what do you want to really show your kids that maybe that your father wasn't able to show you?
What do I want to show them that he wasn't able to show me? I think I've already showed it. I felt like I don't know. My pops isn't the most affectionate. You know what I'm saying? He's just not that type of person. My mom's is the same way. She's not that affectionate. They're not the hug you, and that's how I am. I'm very affectionate with my kids. I love them. I tell them I love them. I know my parents love me, but I had to open up that conversation. You know what I'm saying? I'm the one who started saying I love you. I remember the first time I told my mom I love you, just saying I love you. She was like, what's going on? What you doing? You okay? Who over there? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, Ma, I love you. Like, it ain't I'm not about to do nothing crazy. I just love you, And it's like, I feel like this generation, that generation we at a healing generation. We don't play the victim. We just heal. And I feel like my parents and a lot of our parents, they were on a
make it happen.
Just keep it in. You don't have no feelings. You don't have no emotion. You don't go through things.
Survive almost.
Yeah, and then that's why either your parents were cold, or they were addicts, or they had other vices. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's parents had different things, the way to cope with life. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I feel like just because you quiet, just because you reserved, don't mean you're strong. You know what I'm saying? You're not strong just because you're like, I don't have no emotions, I have no feelings, I'm strong. That doesn't make you strong. I feel like knowing your emotions, knowing how to handle them, knowing how to express them, that's the real strength. Knowing how to talk through them, communicate through them, that's the real strength.
Yo,